Hello, everyone. I have a new skin because, yeah, I made a skin for my new name because kind of felt like the other one didn't fit because, it kind of said DJ on the face of it. So yeah, this is my skin now, and I'm sure you guys read the title, so you'll know that today we are in Hypixel skyblock, and we're talking about sorrows. That was helpful that someone just bought that one right there. These are basically a new item in the game that was added in the Dwarven Mines update. They drop from the ghosts, which you can find in the mist, which is in the Dwarven Mines. They're actually quite hard to kill, but I'm going to show you in a second quite an easy way of being able to kill them without having to spend hundreds of millions of coins, and it's how I've been killing them. And even if you're not able to one-tap them, because they do have 1 million HP, so you kind of have to do a lot of crazy sword swapping and like have a lot of coins to be able to one-shot them. But even if you can't and you just fight them like what I'm doing, I have made about 2 million coins in the last 30 minutes, so it's very profitable. And the reason for that is because you use them to craft this armor, the Sorrow armor, which is the best armor in the game for both magic find and mining speed. And also mining fortune is the only armor in the game which gives you mining fortune. So people want it because obviously Dwarven Mines is a mining update, so people want to use it to mine, and it's also a very good set. But as you can see by the fact that purely the boots are 5 million coins, it's quite expensive. Now, many of you may already know about ghosts and sorrows, but I'm here today to teach you how you can cheaply grind them and still make relatively large amounts of coins, as I've been doing. So, as you can see here, I have a Livid Dagger and a Flower of Truth. We don't talk about how the fact that this Flower of Truth isn't actually 5-starred. Dungeons is boring sometimes, okay? I mean, it's really fun, but like sometimes I get bored of it, and I also haven't been playing it recently because I've been playing this update. But yeah, these two things are both very good for killing them, and Mana Flux or even a Radiant Power Orb, but probably minimum of a Mana Flux is almost required. Although, as long as you don't take on too many of them at once, it's not really that necessary, if I'm being honest. Now, the main thing that allows me to kill them so easily is this, the Mithril Coat. Basically, it doesn't look like that good of an armor piece if you just look at the stats. It's epic, it's not particularly great for stats, but if you read the ability, what it effectively does is means that the maximum amount of damage it's possible for you to take in one hit from anything, and that includes full damage, is 40% of your health. And if you take more than 40% of your health, it will just reduce it to 40% of your health and will also give you regeneration. So it is actually very, very good for grinding these, and I use it with my 3 Shadow Assassin pieces that I've always had. Rejuvenate 5 is slightly helpful, but Rejuvenate 5 is kind of a useless enchant, and it always has been. The main thing you're going to need is a Mithril Golem. Well, the second main thing. Mine is level 97, which I actually did completely manually from level 1, which I'm quite proud of. Legendary one is much better than the Epic, although Epic still gives you the true defense, but as you can see, the Legendary ability increases your combat stats, and that includes, well, that is strength, crit damage, crit chance, health, defense, and I don't think intelligence. No, not intelligence. I think it's just those 5. And that is very, very helpful, especially the true defense that it gives you. It gives you 50 at level 100, which is a lot, and these things do deal true damage, so having true defense is much more helpful than something like a Baby Yeti. And so yeah, if I jump down here, my spot that I usually go to is just over here. And as you can see, they're not really, well, they are actually kind of dealing a bit of damage to me, but the Livid Dagger is very helpful, especially if you have Siphon 3 on it, or even Siphon 4, because that's actually not that expensive. As you can see, I did just die, but that is because there was like 7 of them in one spot, and I kind of just leaped into a group of them, which is probably a thing you should never really do, because it usually ends pretty much like what just happened. If you don't actually know how to get to the mist, by the way, you can just follow this route. You just go down here, through the Ramparts Quarry, down into Cliffside Veins, and then this is the Van's Gateway, and then basically everything under the Van's Gateway is the mist. So I'm actually not going to go and stand over there. I'm going to stand over here, get some of them to come over here. As you can see, use the Flower of Truth to hit them from afar is very, very helpful. And once they come close, Livid Dagger, just slap them with the 100% attack speed. Okay, yeah, there's way too many of them in this lobby. I'm going to have to find a different one. But once you do find a lobby that doesn't have too many of them, and you find a spot where you can easily get some to come over to you and kind of not have too many there, but just enough for you to kill and get like a reasonable chance of getting a Sorrow. So yeah, this also takes quite a long time to get to, which is really annoying if you do die. This is way better. So I usually go and stand right here. Then you get the ones that spawn over in this corner and the ones that spawn over there. They all come towards you. You can kind of just slap them like this. If you start to get a bit low on HP, you can use your Power Orb. Just kind of place it like that and then continue fighting them. And once you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty easy to do and incredibly profitable. The annoying thing is occasionally they'll just sort of stop spawning for some reason. I'm not quite sure why that happens, but you sort of just have to change lobby if that does happen. And it'll usually fix it. Okay. Hang on. If you, well, I mean, you may have this enabled already, but if you do have it disabled, you can turn on the burning effect, which actually makes them have, like, fire on them, which makes it a bit easier to see them if you're having trouble with seeing them. But generally, I find it looks nicer if you just don't have it on, and it can also, burning can also cause ghost hits sometimes, like, as in, you'll try and hit the mob and the hit won't register. It's just to do with the way it works, so I generally like to have that off when I'm doing it, but if you are having trouble seeing them, then I'm going to turn that on, and you can see them a bit easier because it actually sets them on fire. Also, what's really annoying is when you get a runic one, because it has 4 million HP. They're not actually that hard to kill, and honestly, very incredibly profitable if you can afford the gear that you need to kill them. To be able to kill them, I can strongly recommend grinding these, because, as I said, in the last like 30 minutes, I'm about to die. I've literally made about 2 million coins in the past 30 minutes. I'm actually alive. What? If you are incredibly rich and you can afford like lots and lots of things, then what's very good is either, if you're like incredibly rich, like we're talking 1 to 2 billion coins here, you can use a 1-for-all Emerald Blade and sword swap from a Flower of Truth to that, so you can kind of go like this, like shoot the Flower of Truth and then hold the Emerald Blade, and they'll usually one-shot them. But that's only if you have like 1 billion coins in your purse, if not more. Or you can use a 1-for-all Giant Sword, which probably usually doesn't one-tap them, but you'll be able to at least 2-shot them. And because of the Flower of Truth, you can actually do it on 3 at once. Soul Whip is also good for these. Soul Whip, if you don't know what it is, it's basically the mage left-click ability, but like as a sword. So basically, whenever you hold, well, it's actually right click, but whenever you have one, if you right click with it, it basically shoots like a beam, and it deals your actual like damage as if you were to hit it. And it's not even that bad of a damaging weapon, if I'm honest. But they used to be about 8 mil. They're nearly like 20 million coins now because everyone's buying them because they're so good for this. Ow, 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 ow. But yeah, mithril coat, and then just use the other 3 pieces of like whatever your best armor is, and a mithril golem pet that's like pretty high level. It doesn't need to be as high level as mine, but like level 80 or something like that would probably be alright. And then just, you don't even need the Flower of Truth, honestly, just a livid dagger. And even if you don't have a livid dagger, just try and make sure you have 100% attack speed, because that's the main thing that stops you from dying because of the lifesteal when you hit them. Hopefully one of these will drop me a sorrow so I can demonstrate. Okay, this is pain. Oh, now there's more. I'm out of here, dude. Alright, so yeah. I guess I'll see you guys in whenever my next video is. Oh, that's kind of cursed when you use Shadow Assassin to teleport and it makes you invisible and then you take it off. That's okay, that's kind of cool. But like, yeah, you guys go start grinding some ghosts and getting yourself some sorrows. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and feel free to subscribe if you can. I like, what am I on? Okay, feel free to subscribe if you liked the video, and you know, if you didn't like the video, then I guess you can just like go get on with your day. You know what? Actually, if you're still watching, I want you to comment down below the letter E, and then I want you to put your IGN underneath it. And if you do that, you'll be entered into a giveaway of 2 free sorrows. Yeah, there you go. If you do that, then couple days time I'll pick a random person out of the comments and they'll get 2 free sorrows. So yeah, just the letter E and then your IGN, and yeah.